last chance you have of freeing the Negro slave. But God told me to tell you they will be free, and it'll be the #1 bloodbath in the history of the planet. And 18 months later, the Civil War started. And when the Union soldiers was marching, they were singing, John Brown's body is a molding in the grave. John Brown's body is a molding in the grave. One man, one man, changed the whole planet. There was nothing in it for him. He didn't make no money. Freeing black folks, liberating black folks. And you sit back and drink your drink and talk your talk and go to war and kill people to get them right that your own mammy ain't got. And here's a man with a family, huh? Said what you're doing is not right, huh? And because of that, we are liberated. So you can punch up your fist, huh? And Black Panther, all you want, and most of y'all is so out of it, you don't know Huey Newton. And the other day was government thug pimps. They was dope push. That was nothing but a trick, huh? Government thug pimp. And when they got through with them, they killed Huey and said he was back to selling dope. And elders, they said he was up on a ladder peeping in a window at a woman getting under. He slipped off the ladder. He didn't die then. He was unconscious, but he never left the hospital. Come on, y'all. You play your games, huh? All you want. But you better play them quick and you better play them fast. How can I be 12% of America's population and 87% of everybody in America that need to be on kidney dialysis machines? Huh? Is black folks? Huh? Black men is 4% of America's population. 82% of prostate cancer death in America is black folks. You just 4%, sucker. Well, there's a universal law. I made you a man. I'm God. I made you a man. And when white folks reduce you down to a boy, you think you can get your manhood with your peanuts? Do you know how the prostate works? Do you know what the testicles are for? Go ahead, try it. So there you go. Well, the reason y'all call it you didn't get prostate cancer, you don't get examined. Where that redneck white hillbilly boy that can't read or write living in the trailer with his Molly? He don't have it. Where's he getting checked, huh? Africa don't have it. Where come on, y'all? Y'all been so close to this filth you don't even smell it. Black women, 6% of America's population? 6%? Wow. 98% of fibroid tumors is black women, and the next highest amount is Jewish women. What y'all got in common? Nappy hair. So if you're going to stay a fool and ungodly and unspiritual, at least be honest. I blame everything on white folks. Everything. I know y'all didn't do it, but most of it you did. If I woke up this morning with a hymn, Lord, I say white folks did it. But one thing we black folk cannot blame on white folks. You can't blame your nappy hair, your black face, your wide nose, your thick lips, and your Negroid look. So if you don't like it, go to the top of your mouth and cut God. That's who gave it to you. Huh? God gave you nappy hair, not the First National Bank, not the Ku Klux Klan. Why don't you be angry at the right person? So why you got so much fibroid, sister? My mama didn't have fibroids. Her mama, you can't catch a fibroid. Why you getting it all at once? Well, you start perming your hair. Perm. Number one cause of fibroids. Number two is soybeans. Perms. Them chemicals go through your skull. God said, you mess with something that I made. There's a price you pay. It's universal law. Tear the mountain down. Mess with the ocean. Not on your schedule, on my schedule. As bad as pressing your hair was, at least it just messed up your mind. I want my wife's hair. I want my daughter's hair. I want my hair to look like the slave master's wife. And any time the oppressed take on the likes and dislikes and the same characteristic of the oppressor, it's over. Over. So every time you see that nappy hair that you don't like, remember God gave you nappy hair. And maybe if you had the courage enough to get on my and cuss God, at least God said, well, at least you're honest. Yeah, come on, 5-Lord, leave her alone. Spanking children that you think listen, the same thing you whoop your child with, go out and hit your Cadillac with it. God made the child. God ain't made the Cadillac. Nobody in Africa have ever hit a child that saw it here in America. That white boy see me with that frown on my face. It never dawned on him that I have abscess teeth just like you do, white boy. You see that anger look, and he came forward for a Negro to be angry. So he take a 2x4 and beat him to death to treat the other slaves. Don't you ever do anything but have a pleasant look on your face. Don't remind me who I am. So the black woman was so hip, she got so hip, that white boy say, nigga, I'll kill you. And she walk up and say, that nigga need to be killed. That's his mama. Give me that 2x4. Boy, you just like your daddy. And she was, damn, that's what the word means. This beating gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. And she had to almost beat him to death so the white boy wouldn't think she was playing, because they couldn't believe her mother would beat her child to death. And when that white boy left, thought he was dead, they just moved him to the back and never let the white boy see him. That's where whoopings come from. And now you black boy. A child, but you would never hit a white boy spit in your face, You would never, Some of you don't even report the white dudes on the job that rape you, because you don't wonder how you gonna feed your family. Sometimes death is better. Sometimes death is better. And so I'll leave you tonight, and I say to those of you that listens, some of you listen and don't qualify. This brother has a show, you should tape it. How do you think great athletes become great athletes? They do it over and over and over and over. They don't do it one time. Over and over and over. How many times you say mama's little baby, mama's little baby, mama's little this, mama's little baby? Okay, that's the way the brain hooks in and catches stuff. And somewhere women, black and white, y'all got to learn who you are. Mother's Day is May the 13th. I'm ashamed of that day. I'm ashamed that you women let this punk reduce you down to nothing. Give you your day on a Sunday so it don't interfere with commerce. Hello. Christmas ain't even real. Santa Claus ain't even real. But it's a holiday. It comes Monday the 25th, come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Interfere with commerce. That's what you women need to do. And maybe you get a different type of respect. Change that from a Sunday to a number of the day. Men. That's what happened with the Aztec calendar. The Aztec calendar had 13 months, 28 days. 13 months and 20 days. It's the menstrual cycle, But they didn't know when the calendar came to an end. It means the man thing is ending. 6,000 years this planet been ruled by darkness. That's men. And now light gonna take over. That's you. But don't let none of these chumps trick you. They meant it. They were so into their man thing, they just couldn't see if the calendar ends. The planet must come to end. Come on, y'all. Come on. So somewhere, just spend some time being quiet and stop yelling at folks and hollering at your children and my oldest son, my man, Gregory, my man, called me one day and said, Dad, you got to come to Dallas and help me. I'm hooked to crack. Hooked to crack? Oh, Jesus, man. Well, I can't help you. I ain't never smoked a reefer. Dad, you go all over the world helping folks. I say, son, stop the bullshit. I told you the one thing that destroys black folks is your emotions. I can't help you. Don't call your mama. She never drank a beer. And I go all over the world. Son, if the doctor gave you an x-ray and found out you had a brain tumor, you wouldn't call me to come to Dallas and cut your head open. Come on, man, stop it. Come on. All addictions are the same, son. They're about pleasure. So if that's what you want, you don't want to deal with something's affecting where the God force hang out. It don't leave. It just gets back up in the corner. Then once you quit that job you got, making all that good money, drive you a truck. A truck? Well, how you think the crack get across the country, boy? Just because you're taking crack, you have to be stupid. It don't get across in helicopters. Where you working, it don't come through there. So about 6 months later, my wife comes and says, you talk to Gregory? I said, well, he just got an international truck driver's license. Oh, well, he's finally listening. And to you all out there, fear. The number one addiction in America is gambling. I had a friend of mine, Adam Bourgeois, told me 70-some years ago that a white priest, well, didn't have no black priest then, told him if somebody wipe out your whole family, don't go get a gun and get them. Just pray to God they can become addicted to gambling. And those of you all who's listening that's addicted or know someone, you know what I'm talking about. Gambling. And those of you all that's around these gambling places and these gambling boats, you see these old crippled folks in wheelchairs and oxygen getting on the boat at 3 in the morning. Try to get them in church at 3 in the morning. That's gambling. That's that addiction. Something happened that you couldn't handle. And addictions is like when you smoke a cigarette and watch that smoke go up, but it don't last long. That's what addictions is. It don't last long because it's just a temporary fix. So I said, son, the number one addiction is gambling. What is it that happened to you in your life that you just so depressed way down inside? Did some man rip you off when you was a little boy? Have you ripped off some little boy? Have you driving drunk and killed somebody? Have you raped somebody? I don't know what it is. Only you know. And that's what addictions is about. Something's locked in there that you won't let it out. That's the addiction. Number 2 addiction, come on, y'all. Especially all you chumps out there. That's number 2 addiction, sex, huh? Now, when you sit with them grandchildren and children telling them about how it is to get drunk and drink and stuff, think about the number 2 addiction is sex, huh? Sex. Addicted. You don't think you are. You front it under love. Oh, I love you. Come on, you can have me. Oh, God gave you that and gave me mine to create God's new life, huh? God's new life. When the penis go into a vagina and I ejaculate, 500 million sperms come up out of my testicles, go through the prostate where each one of them got to get electrical charge and put life in them. Now I can create another God. 500 million sperms every time you ejaculate, huh? 500 million. And the one responsible for you, like the one responsible for me, outran 500 million sperms and got there first. Didn't know one sperm come out and slowly strolled up the fallopian tube. That's who you are. I come to town, they're going to take you to a restaurant, and it's 1 billion or 500 million restaurants, and I'm going to take you to the number one. You know you in for a treat, huh? Sex addiction is number 2, and number 3 addiction is nicotine. Nicotine. I'm sorry, caffeine. There's more stomach cancer caused in America every day from drinking coffee than lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. But that don't mean that you worried about the crack addict over here, and you couldn't make it without your cup of coffee in the morning. So this, you know. Then after caffeine comes nicotine. Then after nicotine comes alcohol. Alcohol. 98% of forcible violent rape is alcohol related, not crack, not heroin. One of the things that ladies complain about in the bed, and when you get drugged up, you don't want no sex, you go sleep. Alcohol, 99% of these little tots that get ripped off by these men. Little tots, I'm talking about 3 months old, 2 months old, 3 years old, sexually violated. I can tell you about that. I have a daughter. He's a bureau chief for all sex, violence, and crime, 15 and down. He's the bureau chief for all of Brooklyn. Sex. You think the priest was on crack when he was ripping off them boys for 100 years, and the folks say he didn't know about it? Come on, y'all. Alcohol. More people will die this weekend from drunken driving than will die in the next 5 years from overdosing. Come on, fear the meth, ain't it? And then after that comes all your hard drugs. That's last. But you scared of that. So just take some walks, walk and breathe deep and just sit and watch the sun come up. Come out every day and smack nighttime, clean out the sky. In America, got you believing that the white boys, the Russian army, the British army, ain't never chumps. If you think you bad, take my welfare sister. That's 9 months pregnant when that baby get ready to come out because she's not married. See if you can put your army there with all their guns and make her keep that baby in her. When you're 9 months pregnant is over, that universe going to drop that baby to mean death to the mother and the child, because what is the 9 months is nothing but evolution that leads into revolution. And this is what's about to happen in America. Not you black folks, the white folks. Look at them tattoos, baby. Look at them sticking them 5 or 6 screws through their tongue. You know how delicate your tongue is, and they ain't taking painkiller. You start inflicting pain on yourself. Mom and Daddy, I'm coming after you next. But it's simple. Just love. You don't have to have good credit. The more you've been hateful, the more you got to sit and just say, forgive me, 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 forgive me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Over and over and over and over and over and over. And then you see your blood pressure go down, your ankles stop being swollen. You find out you're getting thirsty now. Because you've been so dehydrated so long, you lost your ability to be thirsty. So my brother, I thank you for what you're doing and to the people that keep you on. I don't know what kind of show you have, how it's funded, but damn sure I don't hear no commercials. So somewhere you have to stay on, and so I just hope those of you that listens and love will call in. What can I do to help? What's needed is I got shows I listen to. They have commercials, Pepsi Cola. I go buy me a 6-pack and throw it away just to keep the brothers or sister on there. So, my man, thank you much. And anytime you need me, all you got to do is call Leo. Right. You know where I am. And brother, all excited. Greg, you know, she called me 5 times. Greg, you know, we got this show tonight. Don't forget it. We got it. And then I'm out here in the street and pick up the phone, call my house. There's a Greg. Greg, call me, huh? That's Lillian Gregory.
Wonderful.
That name never raised her voice to me or those 10 children as loud as I'm talking now. Married 53 years.
She's a wonderful spirit.
She's mad.
I would ask,
I didn't hear you.
Gregory, if possible, can I take about...
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can't hear you. So, I can hear you, but I can't... Yeah, now I hear you. Yes.
Yes. I said, if possible, can you take about 3 callers? Because we have a lot of callers in the call.
No. Don't waste the time telling me how many you had. Just give them to me.
All right. Caller from the 757 area code, 757-470. 757 caller. Peace. Greetings from the 757. Peace. Okay, I got to move on.
No, that's okay. I got the numbers. I'm going to play them straight in box. Thank you. 757.
Caller from the 217 caller, 217-417 caller. Peace.
Oh, yes, peace. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good, brother. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, red pill, blue pill, man. Gratitude, man, for bringing the elder on. I'm feeling this. I just called in to listen. I listen every week, rather. But I had to listen. I was here on the queue at 30 minutes before, 15 minutes before. Thank you, elder.
Thank you, my brother.
I appreciate that what you just gave us, sir. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This is what our generation needs. My birthday is the day after yours, so I'm feeling the whole vibe.
Thank you,
so red pill, blue pill. Again, gratitude, brother. This is Almighty Saku Allah. I listen every week. So keep doing what y'all doing, man. Peace.
Well, would you do me a favor before you leave, to you and all who are listening? Tune in every day at 12 noon to your spirit and pray that Trayvon, that the truth will come out. The truth will come out. That mess that happened with those Secret Service, that was probably assassination attempt. 11 men don't decide they want sex at the same time.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted a hot tamale. Somebody wanted some crack at the same time. And I understand from my underground people, the hoe that busted them, she's an undercover hoe for the CIA. How many Russian hoes you think work America for the KGB? 98% of all your gay and lesbian bars in Washington, D.C. is run and operated by the CIA and the FBI. And so 11 men take the hoes back home with them, and they got the president's chart, all the secret stuff. And you know, the mightiest cartel up at the Taliban ain't nothing been no more bitches than the Columbia cartel. And like in America, all your hoe houses and your prostitute houses and your drug houses, that's mafia. You think the cartel don't own them places? You think the cartel don't? I don't even know why the president would be stupid enough to go there. The cartel has trillions of dollars in the American Bank, the Kansas City Federal Reserve, trillions. And they exposed the brother. That was by design, because they know he'll win by a landslide, and the only way, there's 2 ways they can get him out, is assassinate him or create a ride that we think is a ride, and they got, black folks from other countries dressed up, feeding them and taking care of them. They hit the streets, and then the president have to call the army out, and he don't know the army. He come out, the Pentagon gonna send the real army out, and you look around and 10,000 black folks would be killed in one city, then 12,000 another, and poor president have to leave the White House. And that can happen with the Trayvon thing. Y'all need to ask y'all some questions about that, huh? And Zimmerman. I'm talking to some people in Europe. It's questioning did he even do it. And when his mama, when Jovel's mother slipped last week and said she believed it was an accident. Oh, y'all getting strange now. Did you know that, brother?
Yes, we heard that.
Huh? Yeah. Did you know he was in the morgue for 3 days on the John Doe? Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
Now, have you heard that the police said that they informed the mother and father that he'd been murdered within the first 24 hours? Have you heard that?
No, I did not hear that.
Then punch it up on the, huh? Do you see how strange this thing is?
Yes.
Did you know when he went to the store, you know he went to 7-Eleven, you know that, right?
Right.
And you know what he bought, right?
Right.
So when does somebody get murdered and they tell you what they bought at the store, they're convincing you of that, so you have no doubt that he went there. He probably never went to 7-Eleven. That's why 7-Eleven can't produce the pictures. 7-Eleven films everything 24 hours a day around the clock. How come we ain't seen that, huh?
They sure do.
Okay. See, what we looking at is Zimmerman. That might be mind control, huh? Mind control. And everybody's talking about the, what is Stand Your Ground? Y'all know about that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The law. Did you know the same people that put Stand Your Ground is also the ones that put the voter ID? Did you know that? Are you aware of that?
Alex. Yeah.
Alex. You know who Alex is? Let me tell you just a few of them. British Petroleum, Reynolds America, American Electric Company, AT&T, Bears, who makes Bears aspirins, other things, Chevron, huh? Exxon Mobil, come on, y'all, huh? Blue Cross Blue Shield, International Paper, huh?
Look,
come on,
even Mars Corporation that actually owns Skittles is part of Alex. Come on now.
Yeah, you know, you hear me? Shell Oil, Visa, Walmart Family Foundation. This is just some of them. FedEx, Johnson & Johnson, National Rifle Association, Pfizer, UPS, huh? This is just some of them. Time Warner, huh? Kraft Food, Eli Lilly, Union Pacific, Walgreens Drugstore. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how big this thing is. Huh? Do you know how big this thing is? It's in somewhere. All I'm asking you is that the truth will come out. You know, let me say this and then we go to the next caller. If you live in a community that's called, what they call that community, they live there, gated, right? Now, if I'm your friend and we're going to come and plan like 20 shows, and you say, well, Greg, when you get to town, don't stay at the hotel, stay with my family. So I come to the gate. Well, you got to let the folks know that there's a guest that's coming. And if he's driving, we'd like for you to give him identification that he needs to get in and out the gate. If he's not driving, he has to have a key to get into the gate. Now, one of the great things about living in a gated community is you have film, you have video. No one can come in and no one can go out. How come we haven't seen the film of him coming back after he bought the candy? How come we haven't seen the film of him leaving? Maybe he didn't get killed there, huh? Okay? Listen, let's take the gated community. That community is probably predominantly Jewish. How many times you think they had killings in that community? None. So they say he was killed 70 feet from where his father was living, huh? Okay, now, if I'm 70 feet from you, where you in the studio sitting now, 70 feet, it's not that far. How can something happen 70 feet in a gated community and they tell me you didn't know about it? Do you realize, man, in that gated community, man, with all them white folks, that they never had a murder. Do you know how many police cars, state police cars would be there, sheriff's police, city police, all of them would be there, forensic, they rope it off, rope it off, they knock on people's door. And did you see anything? It happened at night. They put lights out there, make nighttime look like daytime, and then they got another crew comes back in the morning to look through the grass, and Pop and them didn't know nothing about. Well, they might have been out when they came back that day. Everybody's talking. That's why I'm saying it might not happen there. Probably didn't, huh? Oh, wow. Then you see how big this thing is, huh? Okay, he's in the morgue, a town of 53,000 folks, basically white. How many 17-year-old black boys they got there? So how come y'all didn't know? Mom and them was calling every hour on the hour. Oh, then y'all did really say, well, we informed them like within 24 hours. I haven't heard them say that. So y'all keep your eyes open and keep sending them chants up. And, that the truth will come out. That the truth will come out. Almost 1,000 killings like that happen every night to black and Hispanics. And this one just accidentally got out because of the black press, the black radio, and black voices on the air. This one wasn't supposed to get out. So thank you for calling, brother. Who else we got?
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Brother Gregory, we normally do an 11:11 meditation at this time, but we are going to bypass that, and the callers will have to understand that this is our meditation. We're going to go back to the callers in the call queue because I want to make sure that I get as many people on as possible. We do want to reiterate to the family that this is listener supported, okay? There's a donation button that can be accessed via www.ktlmedia.com. All right, family? So it's very, very imperative.
That's how they can access to keep you on?
Yes, that's how they can access to keep this.
Well, you also know you can get a 900 number that they can call in, and it goes right on their phone bill.
I'll have to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
please look into that quick. Goes right into the phone bill.
Wow.
And that's because you need to be on. You need to be on because people is hurting in pain.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I definitely will be looking into that. All right, family. So remember, the best nation is a donation. Okay? And with your support and with your donations, we can make this continuous because, Lord knows, Block Talk be on some BS. All right, family? So with that being said, I want to go to the next caller on the call queue, that being caller calling in from 281-531. Caller, peace.
Hotep, red pill, blue pill.
Hotep.
Yes. And to the great philosopher and teacher, D.Gregory, thank you for your for all your information, for opening up my mind to see other, to see other possibilities.
Yeah.
I heard you last week, and you kind of tied it in with the body part selling.
Yes.
So, do you think
the biggest sellers on this planet, as we talk, is not drugs on a worldwide level or sex, including the little children. It's body parts.
So by Trayvon being in the morgue for 3 days, do you think that his parts of his body have been stolen to sell?
Well, I put it this way: why would he be there that long?
Exactly.
Now let's get real nasty with it. Whitney Houston, didn't she stay in the hotel 14 hours?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, they didn't kill her for that. See, Clyde Davis had her insured for $100 million. But since we're going to get that, we're not.
$100 million?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. and Michael Jackson was buried without his brain. So what did they do with?
Wait a minute. Shh. Michael Jackson was sued for $1.5 billion. Huh? Wait, hold it. Hold it. Don't get all that emotional. You know better than that. Listen, if you open up a grocery store, right? You hear me, miss?
Uh-huh.
And you had $2 million worth of stock in it, right?
Right.
You have a right to insure that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if Michael Jackson's doing a show and he's going to do 50 shows, which is full, in one city, he didn't know that. That the show was insured for $1.5 billion, but he's the only one that they can't do the show without, so it's on him by Lloyd's of London. So you telling me if you work at the post office, they got a little jive test they can give you to tell if you got drugs. You mean Lloyd's of London didn't know he had all them drugs in him?
Right.
Y'all? Huh?
Right.
And see, the people that's doing it is so clever, so big. Here's what happens. Michael Jackson was killed at 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? With a laser. The little punk doctor, yeah. The little punk doctor that took the rap, they probably got something else on him, and he's taking the lesser of the evils. He didn't know nothing about it. So they called in at 10:30-something that next day that Michael was unconscious. Now, let's play a game. Let's say that me and you are first responders. You got that, miss?
Yes.
Okay? So when we get there, we don't know he's been dead, right?
Yes.
So when we get there and he sees he's not breathing, we think that just happened, right?
Right.
So we got all kinds of ways we clap and do this and do that and do that, right? So now we got some stuff we can inject in him. So we don't know he's been dead.
Right.
But we can't get a vein, so we keep injecting it and keep injecting them. That's where the needle marks come from.
Oh.
But now remember, you and I don't know this. They automatically, that's already been set up. I know what you have to do. If you think the call when it came in, I was alive. So then there's the marks there, huh? The marks are there. Now that last night, he did a dress rehearsal. You aware of that, right?
Right.
But he didn't know that 27 cameras ain't supposed to be in the dress rehearsal. They was doing the movie. The movie came out. What is it called?
Yes.
This is it.
Oh.
You know they got a movie with Whitney, though. Called Spark. That is released soon.
Right.
They never changed the mold. Whitney Houston never take a bath in a public toilet. So how was she in the toilet, taking a bath and drowned? If you look at the real autopsy, ain't no water in her lungs, so she was dead before they ever put her in that. Okay, it's a game.
Oh.
So she signed a $100 million contract. See, Michael Jackson owned 50% of Sony Records, which if it was sold, not be worth $1.5 billion. There's enough oil on the Netherlands. They got more oil than Kuwait, okay? It's a game, dear. It's a game. And so, and so Whitney had signed a $100 million record contract, so you got a right to cover your bet. So Clyde probably, said you get $100 million, be about 80-some% taxes, so we'll just take out $10 million a year. So where's that other $80 million plus the new money coming in? And then some thugs came in that Michael got rid of 5 years before they killed him, and they in control of the will now. The will. And they left it to the 3 children, but they made a mistake on the will that Michael supposed to wrote. The 3 children's name is spelled wrong.
Wow.
And the day
Mother cut a deal.
Mother
cut a deal with Tommy Mottola.
And
the same man that he said was a devil in front of Sony buildings.
Yeah, but here. Not only was the 3 children's names spelled wrong, but the date on the will that he's supposed to sign it in California, he was in New York with Al Sharpton. Huh? So when you stop him and look at what they do, you never stop. So now they can't make the money they made on Michael, because most of Whitney's stuff she didn't write. That big one, what was the name? The one that was so big, Dolly Parton wrote.
Right. No, that's not it.
That was Dolly Parton. Michael Jackson owned 68% of Dolly Parton. You know, about.
Yeah, she wrote the
70% of.
I Will Always Love You.
Song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her song.
And do you know did you see the movie Bodyguard?
Yes.
When her sister was one trying to kill her?
Her own sister.
Didn't you see the movie?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, it's all in the family, girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, that's how it works. And the beat still goes on and on and on.
So,
and I knew Michael personally. He was one of the fine human beings on the planet. One of the fine.
My brother Steve Coakley, he went to Ancestor Land. He said, you know, in one of his interviews, he said it was a disease that was inflicted on him. Do you know anything about what was inflicted on him?
You mean they killed him?
Well, he said a year prior to him.
Here, I just told you.
Okay.
They hit it with a laser.
Oh.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, and the laser comes from outside. Go right through the building.
Steve Coakley?
No, Michael.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, I got Michael, but I'm talking about Brother Steve now.
Oh, no, that makes sense. I'm sorry. No. No, that makes sense. They can inflict it on you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that he was, well, as a matter of fact, he said he woke up, he was in his house, and when he woke up from a coma. He was in a 8 day coma, and they had cut him open. He was in the hospital. They moved him from three different hospitals.
Well, that's how it works. When someone intercepted a telex that J. Edgar Hoover sent to Chicago, I lived there in FBI for them to neutralize me, and somebody intercepted it and brought me a copy before the Chicago got it. And I went to this old black spiritualist woman, Mother Gibson, showed it to her, and she smiled. She said, "Honey, Mother, take care of it." And she said, "There's a whole lot of water out there in that ocean, but it can't affect your ship till it gets inside. Just keep it out your head. Keep it out your head. Fear and God don't occupy the same spot. Just keep it out your head."
Exactly.
I had an agent ask me, "What do you think we can't kill you?" I thought God operated could have protected against filth and slime like you. I would cuss God and help y'all pull the trigger. Come on, boy, get out my face. When I walk in a room, there's a vibration that a killer has to have. You can pick it up, and once you pick it up, you got one or two things what you can do with your fingers. You can take them out, and you can neutralize them. It's a violation to kill anybody under any circumstance. That's who we are as human beings. We have those powers. That's what Uncle Tom made the French after they got destroyed, the greatest army in the world, by the Haitians. The French said, "Let's do some research and check this out." They took some spoons, sharpened them, put them on sugar canes and beat them, and they found it. They said, "Oh my God, these are shapeshifters," and they called it voodoo, and they make you think that's something. Voodoo is a French word. It means spiritual atom. You can't see a spirit and you can't see an atom. Okay. So thank you, dear lady.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I want to go directly to the next caller. All right, let's not waste any time. Let me go to caller from 973. 973, caller 384 973. You are now rocking with the best faith. Nine 7-3. Okay.
Did you go?
347. Hello?
That was me saying something. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to go to the 347. 347-972, 347-972.
Oh,
my God Goddess to KTL Radio and your griot warrior, man, Zulu man, Rastaman, the original man, dropping the science, dropping the 411 so we can get the kick that we need to come out of this spell. My brother and father, elder, and beyond, I thank you so very much for gracing the world stages of KTL Radio. You are dropping it. You know, I have nothing to add and nothing else to say other than thank you, my brother, and I can't wait until you come to New York City. It is going to be packed because it's time to wake up. The game changers are here. The crystal children are here. The indigo children are here. The angels are here in flesh. And this draconian time game over. And thank you for putting it so eloquently. Thank you, my brother. And I love you. I love you. I love you, KTL. You already know. You already know. Thank you so much for your time and space.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
You
are listening. Please keep raising up, Brother Copeland. They never stop. They gave me cancer so bad.
Yes.
But here's how the universe works. My son's a doctor. He's a chiropractor. I've had hernias since I was a little boy.
Wow.
And I went by and had him take x-ray of my hernias. And the x-ray machine wasn't working. So they said, come on, let me give you a CAT scan. It don't cost nothing. CAT scan, and naturally he's looking at the hernias, right? 2 weeks later, the people who make the machine came by the hospital to check and said, one saying you had a celebrity in here. Let us see the pictures now. They're not looking for nothing. They're just looking at the pictures and see that cancer. I said, my God, they called my son. He called me and said, Dad, you got to get us. I said, what happened to me? You got this cancer in you? Oh, I said, son, the day you took those pictures, I had just walked 10 miles. Right? Whatever happened, they just gave it to me. They had not planned on me seeing you, and I wasn't planning on it. So I went over and I said, send these to our friend of ours at John Hopkins. John Hopkins do stuff over there in Baltimore that would make Hitler blush. Did y'all hear me?
Yes.
So my man called me back and he said, brother, said, we need to talk, man. Said, you know we the devil. Said, we ain't got no machines here can tell what this is. So I told my son, I said, take my name off of it, put another name on it, and send it to the Armed Force Institute of Pathology. He sent it. If they knew it was D.Gregory, they said, oh, no, this is nothing. They sent back and told him not only is this cancer the type of cancer you get working in a nuclear plant, right? Now, I have never been in a nuclear plant, and nobody owns nuclear plants but the government. So if I ain't been in a nuclear plant, it's obvious the nuclear plant came to me, right? So I told him, I said, hide this and don't let your mother know about it until after your sister get married. And then after the wedding, I showed it to her. She started crying and said, how could they do this to you? I said, baby, come on, don't do this to me. Come on, you go outside this room. You come back in with a smile on your face. If you think I'm leaving this booty back here for your high school sweetheart, you out your mind, girlfriend. I ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
I got on the master door. The bed book was silent. And then I went and I said a prayer. And I don't talk to God like it's a chump. I talk to God like I'm talking. I say, hey, champ, y'all, you really messed up. Must be something going on in Pluto let me explain something. There are some Negroes that deserve cancer, but I'm not one of them. Okay? Now, if you want me to give you 12 names of some Negroes, I can send that to you quick. If you want something close to the house, I can do that too. Then I turned and looked within, and I said, cancer, I'm going to give you 72 hours to get out of my body. If you like living, you better run quick or I'm going to roll on you. And 72 hours later, a doctor called me. D.Gregory, this is Dr. So-and-so. I just heard him. I said, you said on the show that you had, and I said, yes. He said, but there's a water down in El Salvador that'll wipe that out in 3 days. So I went to see the Sinai because my friend who works with me and for me, his father invented nuclear medicine. Richard Jaffe, my friend is Steve Jaffe. So he sent a copy of it to his father. His father cried. His father's retired. So I was going out there for something else. And he said, well, while you're here, man, let's go over here and take this test. With real rich white people, they sent me a bill later for $1,500,000. My wife said, who gonna
They love
pay him?
doing that.
I told her, I said, let them repossess it, you know. So then, one of the brilliant minds at Mount Sinai is a black man named Keith Black. So he looked at it and I said, now let me be honest with you now. I said, I went by Howard University Hospital. I can't be out here talking black and run to a White Hospital. So I went there just to cover my trail. So the doctor told me, said, we don't know if we can save you, but what we can do, we got to take out 2 of your ribs, and there's a possibility you'd be paralyzed. But I said, Doc, when you talk about taking out ribs and wasn't talking about the barbecue hunt, man, I ain't thinking about y'all. And so when I came back from El Salvador, Dr. Black, Keith Black, was crying. He said, I don't know where you've been, but wherever you've been, we should close these doors and follow you. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Leave it alone. That's what this is about. Once you know, I can put $10 billion in your bank. If you don't know you got it, you'll be on welfare. The money's still there. Get it back, get it, but you. Everything the universal God gave us cannot be transferred. So I do everything I can to make you believe that you don't know it. I'm going to fly out of here this weekend and go to a peace rally. You know one of the sad parts about that? Every time I get on a plane and go to do something good, I've got to pay tax to this evil government, and they take my money and buy bombs and drop on women and children all over the world. So when the bombs fall on me and my women and children, I just smile and say, what took you so long? Every time I pay my income tax to this evil government, they do bad things with it, so bad things got to come back to me. But some of it I can control, little chunks. The CIA, they're little spies. Can you imagine how stupid you got to be to go to college with aspirations of being a spy? That's like wanting to be Mickey Mouse when you grow up. And just be happy and laugh and laugh. Especially you folks that got 2 inches of knowledge, walk around them old evil looks on your face. Anybody got an evil look on their face, they don't know nothing. It is joy. Joy coming to the morning, and when it comes, it stays. That's how the universe tell you, well, they might know something, but they really don't know it. And that's why when you saw King, the smile he had on his face all the time. All the time. All the time. That's what it's about. Being lovable, starting with yourself. Being lovable, starting with yourself. So thank you, sister. Thank you much.
Thank you, my brother. I respect you and I love you, and I just want to let you know that Mother Earth and Father Sky is right here, live and direct, protecting you in every aspect. So there is no false evidence appearing real in your DNA, my brother. So thank you.
Thank you.
And keep the joy. Keep the joy.
Keep me
Keep
lifted.
joy.
I know who you are. I knew a black
Thank
woman named Mother Gibson. It messed up my whole thing with religion. I went by, and let me tell you who she is. She's not here now. If you went in the Hilton Hotel in New York and killed everybody in there, if you called Mother Gibson for the police, I say you never do a day in jail. There's some strange people walking among us. Did you hear me?
Yes, I do. Yes,
There's
I do.
some strange people walking among us.
Yes, Father.
And they'll come to you if you're lovable.
Yes.
If you're lovable.
Yes.
You go to the airport in your bag and you get evil and mad, they know they're dealing with a chump.
Yep.
You just keep that pleasantness and,
Yes.
and look. Every now and then I'll do something wrong. I went on my first 40-day fast, and the great woman, Dr. Elvina Fulton, know more about fasting than anybody on the planet. She taught me step by step by step. Had she not, on the 38th day when energy and power ran through my body, I'd have thought I was dying, because she ain't supposed to get them. So I'm in LaGuardia Airport, standing in the ticket line, and I feel bad. It's one of them days that I just feel bad. I'm weak. And I see these white soldiers up at the counter looking at me and pointing their finger at me. And I'm there, and I'm looking at them. Little redneck, you know, that Marine haircut. And so all at once they start walking back towards me. And I suspended all logics, and I opened up my legs, standing up to get that balance, and I felt something pouring through my body. That's the first time I knew when it said, if you say mountain be moved, you better get out my way. And when I felt this energy, and it wasn't nothing, I could tear that whole airport up with one crack. And then white boys walked up to me and said, Mister, we just want to tell you how much we love you and appreciate what you're doing. And I have never been so humiliated in my life, because there's a God say, chump, you not spiritual enough right now to judge one of my creatures from without. You got to judge them from within, and my whole life changed then. These little rednecks, they look like everything you could ever dream about, riding around at night with a hood on in a pickup truck. He just came, and I said, how do you see something, punk, on your 37th day of a fast, and they come here and brought more love and spirituality than you have? You was getting ready to go to war, and you don't know the war you was going with, all of them would have died, because you don't know enough about my power when it runs through you. So ever since that day,
Wow.
God shall
Well,
not
thank
kill.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. A million times, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for recharging. Thank you, KTL. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you why I told you that story about the cancer.
Yes.
I was really close to my son, man. And I said, man, you know, lately I feel like I'm damn near losing the will to live. Huh? He said, what? I told him. He called the doctor. I go get some tests. And they can't find nothing. So then the test came back and it says, man, you're anemic. Jesus. So I said, okay. And I showed my son. He said, Dad, you more than anemic. I'm looking at these stats here. I showed these to some of my medical people, and they don't know how you can go walk every day. They don't know how you can live without taking blood transfusion every day. So then we go and He put the machine up my butt, down my throat. They can't find nothing. And so I said, they got some new stuff out here that. And so I said to him today, I said, I feel it changing, turned around. I went and bought me $400 worth of real vitamins, man. I'm pumping it. Going to have to help with such, man. You can't drink that whole bottle now. I said, man, when I used to drink a fifth of scotch a day, nobody ever thought I was crazy. That represent man, Brother Greg gave me, man, drink a whole fifth of whiskey down. I said, this might not be good, but it can't be as bad as a fifth of whiskey. They said, yeah, I've been blessed. I smoked 4 packs of cigarettes every day, fifth of scotch every day. Top weight was 365. Yes. I'm 75. My wife she's 75. I'm 80. We don't have a prescription between the two of us.
You speak very often about your fast. I don't know a lot of my listeners.
Don't go throw your pills away. I tell all my health food friends, if I'm driving and a truck comes over in my lane and hit me, I'm in out there with my brains open. Do not take me by the health food store. Take me to the Cedar Sinai and let me get it. Them good drugs go out there and feel nothing. And then after I get well, then y'all come back here with that yak juice. That wild yam does. But right now, man, take me in here to these pumps and let them kill this pain, man.
Some of them good drugs. Let me ask you this. Can you share with the family very briefly your experience about walking across the country?
I didn't walk. I ran 50 miles a day for 71 days. 15 miles a day for 71 days. I ran 3,350 miles. The great experience was the first day when I stopped. I had ran 50 miles. I got 3,300 to go. When I got to New York, the last day before I ran in, I had 50 miles to go. I had finished 3,300 miles. And I learned one thing. Be careful what you're passing by, because when you pass by, it's in the back of you. And if you just keep going and keep moving, one day when you finish that 50 miles, the first day, it's going to come a day where it'll be 50 miles left on your last day. And then I learned something else. Yep. I learned something else. Went to a doctor, Dr. Goodhart, kinesiologist, and he thumped my toe, man. Oh, my God. And he said I had to do that to straighten it up. And the next day, I was in California, starting to running for rural and domestic hunger. No black person is supposed to get involved with hunger. So to my surprise, I got $100,000 sent to me from the Vatican, and the 10 Jesuit schools that's in America was told to give me $10,000 a school. And that's the first time I realized how big hunger is on this planet. Come on, Negro, take this money. Y'all can't get out and do this by yourself. Come on. Okay. And so, then after that, I realized that running is a violation of God. That's why if you hear people run all the time, they talk about the jogger's high. You put so much pain on your heart and your brain that the body creates a drug 150 times more potent than commercial morphine. Walking. Anytime both your feet up off the ground at the same time, if it's just up 1/10 billionth of a second, you go into the law of gravity pull, and every time your feet hit the ground, 2.5 times your body's weight go up the front of your leg to your knees, shift to the back, and go all the way up to the spine, to the brain, and send shock waves to the brain. So I walk now. Walk. miles a day, you can't train for it. If you're doing a marathon, you can't wait till the day of the marathon and run 26 miles. You got to be running 30 and 40 miles. You can't run. You can't train for 50 miles a day. And the body keeps saying, I know you're trying to help your brothers and sisters, but you're violating me. And sometimes I'd run and be unconscious. I had trained people to stop me. I'd be galloping like a horse, man. And we went to a place called Snake River Canyon on the way to Arizona. Go 7 miles straight down and 7 miles coming up. And we had planned, let's take 4 days to do this. And something got into me. And I went down and came back up and kept running. And they said something's wrong with him. And they ran and stopped me. One of the strange things in Arizona, I didn't want nobody to run with me. And so what they would do when they run with me, I'd speed up, cutting a chogi, man. I was humping. So I see this guy, young guy, man. He started running, had his shoes and stuff on, and I speed up, man, and for an hour and a half, man, I'm hitting the pace that no way that I intended to hit. I'm trying to shake him, and I couldn't. So when I stopped for my noon break, his father came and thanked me. I said, "This your son?" He said, "Yeah, they're Indians, man." He said, "I told him you was coming by, and if he didn't run with you, he could never come back in the house." And I said, "That's kind of harsh." He said, "No." So his mother starved to death in the bed with me. And I was hugging her, and she was dying. And then I understood why he could keep that pace he was keeping. So strange things out down the road, man. Strange things.
Yeah. If you don't mind, very quickly, and I don't know if it will be quick, but I wanted you to share some, personal story about Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Some personal insights on them. Very rarely.
Maybe two things. One was so stupid. Martin Luther King was he called me from Gregory. Tonight, when everything's over, real late, I wish you'd come down. I need to ask you something. I thought you were going to ask me about my drinking and my cussing. My second language is profanity. Right? So I went down. I go down, and I'm ready. He said, "Gregory, what's the mafia?" I fell out the chair. "You that dumb little the mafia. Those are the folks who's going to have to kill you with the government, the mafia. Man, do you know what you fixing to do? You're going to mess up the whole mafia's hustle. Are you crazy?" And we laughed, man. Well, one, there's no mafia in Atlanta. He's a country boy. He don't know nothing about that. And I explained it to it. And then about 2 years later, we're doing this big show in Chicago, McCormick Place. Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis, Mahalia. Oh, it was huge. And that might have been Mahalia. I don't know. But everybody who's anybody. Philadelphia, Philharmonic, New York, Philharmonic. So I'm standing in line, just talking, having fun. Somebody touched me. I looked around. Came. He said, "Greg, they're going to kill me, aren't they?" And caught me so off guard, I didn't know what to say. I said, "Doc, they're going to kill us all. Better you than me. Come on, we got a show to do." And about 20 years later, somebody sent me a picture, they caught that picture. He had tears in his eyes. Tears in his eyes. And see, I wasn't that close to him. I didn't live there. He had to tell it to somebody, so he told it to me, because certain things you don't want your friends to know. That was Martin. What a human being, man.
Yeah,
what a
visited his birthplace.
And I think about all the black folks that take their children to Disneyland to see a rat, but have never been to King's grave in Atlanta. And had he not died, you wouldn't be welcome in Orlando. And every year, 3 million Japanese from Tokyo, Japan, get on a plane and fly to Georgia. That's why they put that monument here on the mall. They know in 50 years it'd be the biggest money-making draw tourist attraction in the history of the planet. That's why that's here.
Yes.
And then we have never been there. We stand on the corner talking, all that stuff. And think you hip, you ain't hip. Somewhere. And I wake up, I say, thank you, Dr. King. Matter of fact, Martin King III called me today. Just got back in from a peace conference.
You know, the reason that I asked you that,
I hear you.
I said, the reason I'm... Can you hear me now? Hello?
I still not hearing you.
You not hear me now? Hello?
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Reason that I asked you that, I visited his birthplace as well as his resting place alongside Coretta on April 4th on the 44th anniversary of his demise. And just like you said, you know, I bear witness that there was a lot of faces in the crowd that weren't our faces, you know, and they really were cherished in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It was something that they were partaking. They were embracing the ritual of being able to be there on such a monumental date.
Yep.
And, you know, I noticed that he gets a very bad rap in the community, you know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to take the opportunity to have someone who knew him personally or walked beside him to speak on him, you know.
Well, the bad rap don't affect him. He don't have to worry about that. You know, that's those are the people that will send their children to war to liberate somebody they don't know, but wouldn't come out if a cop shot their lover down. So you don't worry about that. That's all they know. That's all they know. And they need to be blessed. Because the greatest movement in the history of the planet, the reason when they gave us legislation, they didn't say for Negroes only, so we freed white folks with that movement. Before King, a woman couldn't be a cop. A woman couldn't fly a commercial airplane. Handicaps was just rolled off like they were something strange. All of that came out of our movement. Now, this April the 4th, right?
Yes.
That's coming, right?
No.
When they show that great picture of King laying on the balcony and them black folks pointing up. Remember that?
Yes.
They're going to show it. They show it every... Next time they show that, ask yourself a question. If you and I was on the balcony and a shot came, wouldn't we hit the ground?
I would think so.
Think. That's human nature.
Right.
How do you know it wasn't going to be a second shot? And King's laying on the ground and nobody's down there wondering, are you okay, King? Are you okay? Oh, that's a trick picture, man. The bullet came from down under. Knocked him up off his feet. Killed him instantly. So when you see that, we fought the government and made them give us Malcolm's autopsy pictures and all the bullets in Malcolm X is going down. The brothers that were standing on the floor were shooting up. They gave them blanks. Yeah, but that's King. King. Everything nice you ever seen. If you got a child, nothing, you never been smiled at till your child smiled at you. Next time you see that, that's King. That's what he was like. That's what he was like. Brother King. Brother King. Wow, what a blessing.
I'm going to take one more caller, and then I'm going to, allow you to part ways, and I don't know what the remainder of your night entails, but we're definitely thankful for the time that was spent and the information that was shared. It's been monumental.
Thank you.
So I want to go to caller from 352-225. Caller. Peace.
Peace to you, my brother.
Peace. It's a pleasure
and an honor to be able to converse with the great D.Gregory. I didn't know who you were until recently, so I heard you on the KTL radio show. And since then, I went and I researched and I dug up all the information I could find on you. And I couldn't believe the history that you've had on this planet and this country, and what you've stood up for so long, and how brave you have been.
Thank you.
And you've been a warrior, and I commend you, and I take my hat off to you. I respect you as an elder, and one thing that stood out in my mind is that I was raised as a Christian, and, you know, me getting into the consciousness and everything, I found that, you know, King James, the Bible that we were going under was all false and everything, and it shook my faith, and it shook my faith in Jesus Christ, because out of the whole Bible, when I read that, I used to read that thing when I was a kid, and out of that whole Bible, the only thing that made sense to me was Jesus Christ in that Bible.
Yes.
And when I hear you talk about Jesus, I just wanted to know if you could give me your understanding, and overstanding of who Jesus Christ or Yeshua is.
Well, first, all of it's coded. You know, you ask yourself some questions. How come there are no atheists on death row? What is it about people who don't believe in God don't kill folks? I can go all over the world and recognize a prostitute just by her demeanor, the way she walks, the way she talks, the way she wiggles. If I can recognize a hoe by her demeanor, how come if you don't tell me you're a Christian, I don't know you one, When you start breaking the code, when the pagans were celebrating Christmas and Easter 3,000 years before Christ was born, and when you discuss it, you have to be general, because my grandmother and them, they listened, they believed, and they let them die in peace. The Jewish Bible has the same holidays we have. They just put a Jewish face on it. One of my big problems is when you said you was born a Christian, so was Hitler. Hitler was a Christian. Hitler was a vegetarian. And so, but there's code. One of my big books, I named it Code Name Zorro, because that's the code that Diego Hoover had for a king. Code Name Zorro. And so you look at it. I always knew Easter had something to do with inside of me, and it was so pure. I had everything new, man. New socks, new shoes, new kicks, new suit, new everything. Something goes on. Easter is a Latin word meaning Esther, which means fertility. That's why the symbol is a rabbit and an egg. King was killed on April the 4th, and every year we celebrate it. Kennedy was shot on November 22nd. Every year we celebrate it. How come Easter come one year in March and another year in April? You can't be killed in 2 different months. Okay? If I borrow $10,000 from you on Friday and pay you back in 3 days, because when you finger that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Easter all over the world is called Easter Monday, except in America. And the only city that recognizes Monday is Washington, D.C., because they're heavily connected to the occult. Easter, the reason it shifts, it comes the first Monday after the first new moon, after the first full moon, after the spring equinox. Equal. And so on that day, the sun and the moon is equal. They have 12 hours of daytime, 12 hours of nighttime, and the sun is underneath the moon. And when that happens, it flips, and the sun comes up on top. That's what the word resurrection is, okay? So it's there. They just got it in code. It's in code. And so why do I need somebody? The God created the whole universe. Why I need somebody to put something in a book to to tell me, God, I look up at the stars, look at the clouds. Nobody have to teach me how to breathe, huh? And so you start breaking down things. But it's hard to break down because in the Christian Bible it says, slaves, honor your master. Well, hey, something should have went through, but okay. And my thing didn't stop till I was ready to challenge it. I saw something funny. I never could separate God from the Bible. I thought it was the same. Religion. If I smoke a cigar every day at 12 noon, they say religiously light that cigar. Oh, my God. Never use God's name in vain. What does that mean? Goddamn. Okay, Mom. Okay. Don't you play them cards? That's the devil. Oh, Mom. Okay. Brother, have you ever played cards?
Yes.
You know how many cards it is to a deck?
52.
You know how many weeks it is to a year?
52.
You know how many seasons it is to a year?
4.
You know how many suits it is to a deck of cards?
4.
2 red and 2 black. Hearts and diamonds, red, clubs and spades. And the seasons is 2. Winter and fall is black, and spring and summer is red. You know how many weeks it is to a season? 13. You know how many cards it is to a suit? 13. And if you count them, the ace is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,